To save your first 10 bands, bro. Before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Fritz. This channel is gonna be about personal finance, you know what I'm saying, motivational videos I could talk to you guys, let you guys know, giving you tips, advice, and stuff like that, and just personal development type of videos what I'm gonna be doing on here. Anyways, let's get straight into it. How to save your first 10 bands. First things first, set up automatic transfers. Make your bank account your main bank account, or have a high yield savings account where you transfer money every week consistently, like automatically. This is not you doing it. You set up a system where every week it sets a certain transfer to your savings account every single week on that day. 2, put your first 10 bands in a high yield savings account. I'm not saying wait till you get to 10 bands and then put it in the account. No, you should be stacking money inside that account already. So high yield savings account is a savings account where you have high interest paid on the money that you have within the account, right? So the high yield is like 3% and up right now, right? The most I've seen is 4%, which was on Wealthfront, right? Some bank accounts or some companies that offer a high yield savings account is Wealthfront, Ally, American Express, Capital One, Betterment. This one's a low-key one. Betterment is low-key. I use it. I don't know anyone, or I've never seen a big YouTuber mention it. All the other ones I've heard them mention. Capital One is something I learned from somebody else, and Capital One is well known. American Express too. American Express I learned off of TikTok, to be honest with you. But the ones that I usually use, that I've been using for years, me personally, you don't have to follow what I do. High yield savings account is Ally. Been using that for the last 4 years now, coming up. And Ally, then I branched off. And then credit unions are good too. That I didn't mention. Credit unions are good. If you have any credit unions, see what they offer. I was using that for a minute too. And I've been using Betterment for a minute. They offered me like 3.5% at one time. I think right now, I'm sitting at 3.5%. I don't think it's 4% anymore, because I referred somebody. I was getting an extra 0.5 on it. But yeah, look into high yield savings account. And this is why it matters. Most of you that are young are gonna be like, I could just save my first $10,000 in a shoebox. Do not do that shit, bro. It sounds cool and it looks cool because you have mad money, probably, wrapped up in a rubber band. Bro, I've done that method before. It's not the way to go. In my head, I was probably thinking what you were thinking, like, okay, I could have the money right here, stack my money, I can track my money and X, Y, and Z. And I guess it looks cool to some people to be able to flex 10 bands right there, all in cash. Here's why it's stupid, right? Inflation. That's one reason why, right? Inflation is gonna eat your money up. So that 10 bands, let's say you have 10 bands in, let's take me for example, right? Let's say I had 10 bands in the year 2020, and now we're in 2026. That same $10,000 is not $10,000 no more. Like, yes, I could probably look at my account and it says $10,000 in 2020, and look at my account in 2026, it says $10,000. But what I mean is things are more expensive now. So that same $10,000 back in 2020, I'd be able to get more stuff and buy more things because things were less cheaper back then compared to now, because cost of living is going higher. So what you're able to afford with $10,000 is not what you're going to be able to afford later on. But if you have it in a high yield savings account where you're getting paid 3% or more, it beats the inflation rate that, it's increasing, compounding. You feel me? So put your money, stack your money in a high yield savings account. Number 2, live below your means. Live below your means. Don't be spending every dollar that you have. Do not spend every dollar that you got. If you make $500 a week, don't spend $500 in a week. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. This is the order. Pay your bills, save. What's left, if you really want to lock in, if you have a lot of money left, you should be putting it aside. But everybody's different. Everybody's motivation is different. But I'm going to tell you, since like I said, we're all a community here. If you have money, if you make $500 a week and let's say you have $200 left, bro, you can easily put another $100 into your savings account. And if you want to go blow that other $100 that's left after putting $100 in, all for it. Me personally, I'm gonna go all in and put probably like 125, 150 in. You feel me? But that's just me though. You do what you gotta do. Everybody goes at their own pace. Everybody's hunger is different. You feel me? But guys, live below your means. What I'm trying to get at. Do not live a lifestyle that you can't afford. Is the next one. If you are making like $500, $400, $300 a week, bro, why do you have a $600 car note? Where's the logic in that? Why are you driving a Beamer when you know you can't afford a brand new Beamer? Why are you driving a Benz when you can't afford a new Benz? Like, yeah, that shit is eating your pockets a lot. Why are you doing that to yourself? So you can show some people that you got it when you really don't got it. When the car is the most expensive thing that you own, in reality, it's not. You don't even own the car. If you really know your shit, you don't own the car till you pay it off. By the way, I hope you guys know that. For the people who like to flex their car, like, if it's not paid off, bro, technically speaking, in a way, you kind of don't owe your car. Because let's say you miss 2-3 payments, guess who's going to come get your car? A towing company that's hired by wherever the loan is. Whoever owns your loan, whoever your loaner is. You feel me? A lot of people don't realize that. Like, it feels like it's yours because you're the one driving it. But whoever owns your loan can, if you don't pay, make your payment, they can come collect that car. I've seen it firsthand. Not to me, but somebody else I know. You know what I'm saying? So live below your means. You should not be having, your bills should not be eating a majority of your money. Live below your means. If there's a more affordable way to do things, you better do it, bro. Stay down until you come up is what I'm trying to get at. Another thing is too, right? I already told you, make your transfers automatic. Have a system where money goes in to your savings account automatically every week. The next thing you want to do is being disciplined. Nah, this part could be hard, I'm not gonna lie. Lately I've been slacking on this part myself. Like, I'm throwing myself under the bus here, I'm not gonna lie. Being disciplined, meaning whatever goes into that account stays into that account. Don't touch it. No matter what you do not touch it. It's a savings account. Think of that money as shit. What was the word to it? Think of that money treat that money like it doesn't exist. That's what it was. You got to treat that money like it doesn't exist. Now, here's why I said I've been slacking on that. I've been touching mine, not one of mine. You know what I'm saying? Not my main one. That's the one where my main savings account, never touch it. No, I don't touch that at all. But I'm talking about my other savings account and shit like that. Cause I have other savings accounts. I have more than two. I actually have more than 2 savings accounts, right? So I've been touching that a little bit lately too. But what I like to do is, I know that even though I know I'm like, I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, I tab myself. That's another thing. A little 2-in-1 right here, right? Staying disciplined and not touching it. But when I tab myself, meaning whatever I took out of it, I write it down on a note somewhere and make sure I paid that off by putting it back into there. But the only reason why I touched it is because something important came up. For example, I had to fix something in my car, something that had to be done in my car, which was very important for it to actually run properly, and I got that fixed. So staying disciplined and don't touch that account. That's another way that you're gonna save your first 10K. One that I didn't do, but you should do so you can reach it way faster than I did, is set a goal. A realistic goal. Not some fuck-ass goal to make yourself, to boost your ego or something like that. Like a realistic goal, right? If you want to make right now, if you want to make 10,000 or save 10,000 in a year, you do the math out, right? If you take 10,000, you divide that by 12, and that's how much money you got to put in it every month to reach that in 1 year exactly. Let's say 1 year is not enough after you did all that math. Now let's say you want to do it in a year and a half. You take 10,000, you divide it by 18, and that's how much you got to put into a savings account. High yield savings account. I need savings account. Fuck any savings. A high yield savings account every month. After you take 10,000 divided by 18, that's how much you got to put every month into that account. Okay. So doing that, setting a goal. Another one I'm gonna give you too. Figure out how to make more money, bro. For me, some people are really smart. Some people are so like tech savvy. Some people are just very good at making other sources of income. For me, I kept it plain Jane. Honestly, I wish I didn't keep it plain Jane. I just picked up more hours or I worked another job, right? So whenever I had money from one job, what I would do, I literally told myself, this job right here, job number 2, all the money I make from you is going straight into savings and investing, right? Job number 1, also savings, but some of that my bills and other expenses that I have to take care of. You feel me? Job number 2 is strictly savings. Everything that comes from this job going straight into savings and investing. In the other job, my main job, I want to take care of things and save it also. So yeah, if you can pick up more hours, do it. If you could sacrifice a couple of holidays to work on, even though you don't want to do it, pick it up, bro. It's holiday pay, so why not? You feel me? Well, that. Keep your expenses low too. That's another thing. Keep your expenses low. Don't spend too much money where you're like, don't spend, let's say you have let's do credit cards actually. Let's talk about that really. You're gonna be most of you guys are probably 18 years old plus, and you can apply for credit cards because they're gonna be hunting after your asses like crazy, right? So if you get a credit card and it tells you, hey, you have a $1,000 credit limit, right? Do not spend $1,000 off that damn card, bro. Do not do that shit. Do not do that dumb shit. I personally been there, done that. You don't want to do that shit. Feel me? Like me, I'm the type of dude, I ain't gonna give up till I get what I want. Like I'm gonna make sure I'm straight by all means purposes. So when I was put myself in that position, I made sure I paid that shit the fuck off. I hustled my way, did what I had to do, worked two jobs, and did some side hustling on the side. Worked holidays. I had to do a lot just to pay that off. You feel me? It wasn't 2 bands. It was a little bit over 2 bands. I'm just doing it for numbers. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm saying I would be lying if I said it was just 2 bands that I spent like a dumbass. But yeah, right. And I paid it off, and boom, I'm chilling now. I don't gotta stress about that no more. That shit was, when you got credit card debt, bro. Lucky for me, I was smart enough to counteract that. I'm not trying to make this a personal story type of thing, but lucky for me, I was smart enough not to let that fuck my credit up, because some people just let it sit there and fuck your credit up. Lucky for me, I had some method where I was able to counteract that shit and not let it hit my credit report like that. Like every month I would rotate it, is what I like to call it. I'd rotate it in some way, like transfer the balance from, they call it balance transfer, but I did it differently because I didn't know what balance transfers were back then, and they charge you for that too, so for balance transfers. But I did a balance transfer every time I know the statement date was coming up. I'd balance transfer it to another card, but at the same time, while you're doing that, you're picking up fees too. So don't do anything that I'm telling you. Stay away from credit card debt, bro. I mean, dead ass right now. Stay away from credit card debt. And do not spend all the credit limit just because you have 15K, 20K. Do not spend $20,000, bro? Unless you balling like that, so be it. If you balling, bro, okay. But within your means, live within your means. I'm not gonna go too much on that. Feel me? Just because you have, I do want to mention it because I do get worried sometimes for people who are getting into the credit card game, bro. Just because you have 10K doesn't mean you have 10K, okay? They're doing that. They do that for a reason, bro. Banks don't make money off of credit cards because you're spending and paying it off. They make money off the people who don't pay it back, and then that 29% interest starts slapping you like you're his little bitch, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's how banks make money. They love when you slip up and they start changing your late fees. They charge you late fees, and then their favorite part comes in. They start charging you interest. That's where bank makes the real money at, bro. But people don't know that, though. People thinking like, oh yeah, they're making money because I'm using, I don't know, I'm spending $100 in this and I'm paying it back. No, they're not making money from that, bro. It's the people who don't pay it back is where they're fucking them over, bro. But that's a topic for another day. So don't spend OD on your credit card. Try to stay away from credit card debt. That's what I'm trying to say, as much as you can. And another thing, if there is a more affordable alternative to anything that you may be purchasing and there's not a big difference, do it. Use it. Buy it. You feel me? What do you mean by that? You might be saying, for example, if there is a 60, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm trying to see what's a more reasonable thing. Okay, let's say you usually buy $5, 6, 7, I don't know. Let's say your meal for the morning is an $8 meal, but there's an alternative for a $4 meal, and you're not somebody who cooks, but you want the $8 meal because it's from Starbucks or something, or it's from some bougie spot, or a $10 meal. If there's a better alternative or more affordable alternative and you get the same shit for $4, please get the $4 meal. Instead of it costing you $70 a week, it'll cost you $40. That's still bad, but in reality, you should be learning how to cook. But if you don't know how to cook, go for a more affordable alternative, right? If there's an affordable alternative to things, do it. But make sure those alternatives are good alternatives. Like, for example, if you, let's say they tell you, hey, in your car, you can either have option A, B, or C, and option to put in your car, right? And option A is okay performance, option B is good performance, option C is best, right? And in situations like that, I feel like if it's something important, like let's say they tell you it's to make your engine run, you probably want to go with the best high quality thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, but like if it's like something that's very not that important, bro, go with something that's good. It's good. It's still good. Like, you know, it's great. That's fine. Go for more affordable alternatives. Is what I'm trying to get at. You feel me? If anything, if there's better alternatives that are more affordable, go for it. Another way to saving $10,000 is, like I said, consistency. Don't save when you want to save. You just do it every week. When you don't want to do it, when you feel, even when you have the urge to spend, you don't spend it. Even when you want to take that amount that you're putting into that account every week and do something else with it, you don't do it. No, you don't do it. Consistency. Do it and do it and do it and do it until you reach your goal. And when you reach that goal, you're gonna go from like, this is probably gonna be your reaction being so deadass. You're gonna go like, oh shit, I actually did this shit. Like, it's not that hard. All it took for me is to stay consistent. Yeah, and if you really want to speed run it, double the amount that you're putting every week. Put more money in it. If you have a lump sum, like money coming in randomly, I don't know, let's say you in college and you're getting these financial aid checks, put that money in there too. Know what I mean? If you're getting money from your parents or something, for anybody, you know what I'm saying, who comes from that type of background, put money in there too. This is a video for everybody, bro. All types of backgrounds. There is no limit to these backgrounds here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Put money in there too. All you gotta do is, bro, is lock in, bro. Lock in. Don't fall to this credit card shit. Do not overspend. Live below your means. Make automatic transfers. Put in a high yield savings account. Do not save $10,000 in cash, bro. Please do not do that shit. Like, I know I'm sounding like I'm nagging about it, bro, but it's stupid. Don't do it, bro. Like, if you do your own research, if you don't believe me, because I'm just some random guy, like I said, I'm just a random guy on his own personal finance journey, and I've been doing this for the last 6 years, you know what I'm saying? If you don't believe me, do your research on why it's not a good idea. Shit, you could chat GPT that shit and see how you could lose it to inflation easily, and how it's not actually $10,000 in a couple of years, or even in a year probably. But yeah, do all these steps, bro, and there's no way you won't reach 10,000. Feel me? Watch this video over and over. Share this with somebody if you need to. But I promise you, $10,000 might seem far if you don't even have 1,000, or if you're starting at zero, or if you're starting at negative. But I promise you, bro, it'll be easy. Once you lock in, set your goal for all these things, and do what you gotta do. I promise you, it's not hard as you think it is, bro. And for the people who are in debt, if you are in debt too, because I've been on all sides of the spectrum, I promise you. All sides of it. From being in debt, I've started at zero before, I've started at negative before. I've been in all of those positions. If you're in debt, I don't know how much it is. If you're in debt, set a plan to pay that debt off. If it's like a small amount, bro, then okay, cool. Figure out when you want to pay it, how you gonna pay it. Start now. Do not wait. Do not let that debt accumulate. The banks love when you let that debt accumulate and be like, oh, I'm gonna figure it out next month. No, don't do that shit, bro. Figure it out now. Pay off that debt now. Do not let your credit score fuck up because of $500. What the fuck is a $500? Why are you letting, like, you might not take that credit score serious now, but in 10, 15 years when you decide to have kids and stuff like that and you want to buy a home, you're going to be like, why the fuck didn't I just take $500 and pay off what I owe? Like, what is 500? A PS5 costs 500 and you be ready to spend that anyways. You know what I mean? You might as well spend it for something that's going to benefit you years on years on years now. Know what I'm saying, bro? Point is, stay locked in. $10,000 is, trust me, slow motion is better than no motion. Start somewhere, start today. Anybody can do it. No matter what you come from, what background you come from, you can do it. If I could do it, bro, you could do it too, bro. One love.